Would you tell us about yourself?
Yes, thank you. I'm Amazing Amy, eccentric yoga, contortion, dance entertainer, little old limber lady, sensational senior stretch at 69 years young, overcoming age and injury all over my body, torn rotator cuffs in both shoulders, a disintegrated disc in my spine, and 2 hip replacements with the power of yoga for unity of mind, body, and spirit, harmony between heaven, earth, and all living things, yoga as a way of life, all organic diet, daily exercise, healthy, clean living, and you never get sick and you feel great. And I've taken yoga and made it into a performing art to inspire and entertain and uplift audiences of all ages and demographics, spreading the yoga love so that they can see the magical potential of the human body with training and devotion and healthy diet and healthy lifestyle, that the body can achieve astonishing feats.
And he says, that's a question.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. How do you feel about pretzels?
I love them because I am a pretzel.
Amazing Amy.
I love pretzels.
In all of Coney Island, there were no pretzels.
No pretzels.
You've done this all your life, apparently. This is what you've done.
A week
Well,
ago.
most of my life. I mean, I started out like millions of other teenage girls in ballet, jazz, and modern dance classes.
Right, makes sense.
But I wasn't great at it. I loved moving my body, but I wasn't good at picking up combinations. Somehow it just I never felt really comfortable in those styles,
Right.
but I loved moving my body a lot.
Yeah.
And that was when I discovered acrobatics, gymnastics, and advanced yoga, and Northern Shaolin martial arts. And then as I got older, I got injured, as I already enumerated, and I couldn't do the high-intensity martial arts or the
Right.
acrobatics anymore, but I never stopped performing yoga.
Yoga's really healthy.
Yeah.
Stretching.
I mean, if I were a conventional dancer, my rear end would be so retired. Because I cannot do conventional dance moves at all.
Nothing worse than a retired.
But because of my yoga training, I'm able to work around my injuries and wow crowds and
Right.
really impress audiences and keep performing because I love to perform.
Right.
I live to perform and I perform to live. And my mission on earth, I think the Creator put me here to spread the yoga love, to
Well,
show people what optimum health
Mm-hmm.
and the ability of the human body to create miracles and overcoming age and injury to make magic.
Mind and body.
So do you lift weights?
No, not, well, I do actually. It's part of my shoulder physical therapy exercises. I do actually.
Do you arm wrestle?
No.
She beat me.
Look at her arms. Just
Oh
explain.
no, that's part of the torn rotator cuff in my right shoulder. The deltoid is detached from here, where it should be, so it just floats around in my arm.
Oh, that's weird.
My left arm, it was actually surgically repaired a year or so ago, so it looks completely normal. But I'm still careful with my left shoulder too.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to do aerials or trapeze.
No trapeze.
Like, you know,
She's
I'm
very
not gonna
careful
do
when
that.
she's putting
I'm not going to
everything
do that.
facing the other direction. So 69 years young. I
Wow.
picture this coming up through the vaudeville. I don't know.
Oh, I wish I had been around because I am absolutely a vaudevillian at heart. That's me.
Those are the days. One of these
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
yes.
So you're based out of New York City.
Yes.
Born and raised?
I'm born and raised in Queens, a native
Okay.
New Yorker.
Yeah.
Went to college at the State University in Binghamton, and then after that, I moved into the apartment in Chelsea in Manhattan, where I still am, like 40 plus years later.
Wow.
And I just adore living in Chelsea in Manhattan.
You and your boys used to hang out there, right?
We used to take the PATH train and
Oh my God.
and run amok in Chelsea.
Yeah,
Where's the
I'm right,
muck?
I'm
Where's the
right
muck?
near the
We ran
23rd
it.
Street
Queens?
Path station. in
Yep,
Chelsea.
and then we were all over the place when I was younger. Now I drive there and drive amok.
I'm from Long Island. There's no muck there.
I
No.
would call it yoga muck.
Yoga,
The flavor.
yoga muck.
Yogurt muck.
Yoga mocha.
What kind of people like yoga?
Well, I mean, I love it because it's all about this beautiful flowing movement and stretching to the ultimate human movement potential. And I love that. I love to challenge my body to the maximum, to work around my injuries and try to do the most I can do with my body and with range of motion. And it feels wonderful. And it's also a whole lifestyle, so I just love it.
I do yoga every night, but it's just 4 moves, that's all. But it's,
I mean, even if you just sat in a half lotus position and did deep breathing,
right.
that would be totally beneficial.
Yeah.
Really? He heavy breathes.
That's okay too. Just keep breathing.
Different reason.
Well, a lot of people ask me if I teach yoga. I actually don't. I'm what I call a yoga entertainer. But also people ask me to recommend a yoga school, and I tell them that they should all try to find a school that they like. Take a class here, a class there, whatever their body seems the most comfortable with, go for it. Because my own performances are a mix of very different styles of yoga. I mix Ashtanga yoga, Iyengar yoga, Hatha yoga, Kundalini yoga, and Taoist yoga, and some dance moves, and it's all kind of blended together. So I just tell people to explore and find a class they like and then go with it.
I like peach yogurt.
That's a lot of yoga.
Well,
know,
that's peachy keen. Because I am a contortionist, I follow, what they do, and I'm familiar. I go to contortion websites and Facebook groups and things like that. And first of all, nobody is my age. I mean, except maybe a few yoga gurus in an
Right.
ashram in remote India somewhere. But nobody in entertainment is my age doing what I do, number one. Number two, most yoga contortionists are young women, and they do back bends. I do a few what I call basic back bends as part of my routine, which are splits, where I can bend my back leg and touch my foot to my head. But there are far more advanced and complicated back bends than that, which is what most of these very young and highly trained women do. And there are a few back bending men, but it's mostly women. And they're very indistinguishable from one another. They're very beautiful, very graceful, but they have very little personality. It's basically, they wow you with their incredible flexible skill, and they're, all young and glamorous and beautiful looking and so on, and they wear usually a bikini or a sparkly unitard, and they perform to some version of popular music of some kind. But you've seen one, you've basically seen them all.
That's horrible. What's the address?
So, now I'm mostly a front bender, and usually it's guys that do front bending, but to me it's obviously, in a sense, it's easier than back bends, because when I was much younger, I actually was what I call an everything contortionist. I did extreme back bends and front bends. I mean, most people are usually one or the other, but I was doing everything. So when I did injure my back, and I disintegrated a disc in my spine, I would just simply kept doing the front bends,
Right.
and I could still keep on going because I had the front bend range of motion
Right.
and I just used that.
Female Gumby.
Yeah,
Gumby.
that's a
Yes.
good analogy.
Well, we're usually wowed by, there's a contortionist named Billy Milko. We see him at the Pine Barrens in Jersey. We're going to, show him on a future episode. He'll really wow everyone.
Oh, that would be wonderful if I could work with him.
Everyone wants to work with Billy Milko.
Billy Milko, yeah.
Yeah.
You ready, Bill? You're gonna have to make a trip.
Oh,
We've all worked with Billy in the past.
Yeah.
Is he a front bender or a back bender?
he's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
A side
great.
bender also. A side.
You could roll him
Call him
too.
Billy Bender.
You go with them benders.
We've been on a few benders. Oh, boy. But we really appreciate you joining us on Fuster Clock. Taking the trip to Hazlitt Bulletproof Music Studios.
Yes.
As we said earlier.
Unbutton.
Step into
Unbutton.
inspiration.
You're
Take direction. Unbutton.
Oh. You know what I'm talking about.
We know what you're talking about. Bulletproof Music Studios. Step into inspiration.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Namaste.
Unbutton. I don't know what to say.
Perfect way to end
Button.
it.
Unbutton. I thought you were talking about